And here we go, everybody. Happy Saturday. Good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are. We got people from all over the country. Got some great leaders like Kelly and Rob and Steve at my 325Ks. And we got brand new people, brand new platinums, brand new people on board. So we're all across the boards today. My name is Doug Overvold. Me and Susie, we live here in Minnesota. And we joined the company 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. And just been building our business, sharing information, following up, enrolling people, training and duplicating the system. And that's what it's all about is duplicating the system. And it's turned into 24,000 associates globally. And we haven't even really got started, because when you look at the timing, and that's our first slide today. And I thank Jack Welch for getting this to me. We saw this slide in Vegas from our new president. Everybody talks about timing, right? Timing really is the key in business. It's everything. And so a lot of people say right here, hey, I want to be in a startup. I want to be the first one in the door. That's where the big money is. That's where the high rewards are. But as we know, 98, 99% of those companies don't make it 2 or 3 years and you're dead in the water. So if you got all the challenges and they go out of business, is that perfect timing? And the answer is no, it's not. And so then people think, hey, I'm going to go find a large company. I'm going to go plant my flag with Melaleuca, Herbalife, hey, there's no risk. They've been around. They're doing $2 billion. They're not going to go out of business. Problem is the reward's not there. They've already had their growth. And so is that perfect timing? No. And that's really where it came home for us. Ctfo, we're going into our 6th year. So we're still small. We haven't hit momentum. We haven't gotten to $1 billion. So we have the high reward with the low risk. We're debt free. We've got owners and corporate people that have been doing this for 35 years. So the challenges are gone and it's time to grow. So the timing's perfect. Of course, we got over 80 of the highest quality health and wellness products in multiple categories. These are a couple of our blockbusters. These are billion-dollar products. So if you're brand new, what I recommend is go to your Ctfo back office, go down to the bottom left and click on Ctfo videos and go to the top 10. And the top 10 is you're going to find videos like Dr. Trobiani, the science, and learn and really see what you got your hands on. 10X Pure and Cell UV. We can do $1 billion on either one of those. We got an amazing sampling program. Our samples are $1 to $2 a piece, and that works. Sampling works. Steve Stuckey's building his business like crazy with samples. And here's the cool thing: you don't need to be a salesperson. You don't have to be a great network marketer. You hand out samples, you trade them for their information, and you follow up. And you can build your business. Our fundraising is done. We're just kicking that off. We'll be talking with the Soup Man, hoping to get the Soup Man's up and running. Hold on, everybody, 1 second. Hey, Bill. Hey, stop now. No. The painters are here. We're getting our house painted, so that's good news. But it's a turnkey, true nonprofit program. We're going to do some major volume with that system. We've got great pricing, everyone. We're less than the competition. We're not overpriced. 60-day empty bottle guarantee. Just launching in 25 countries. Opening up Europe and the UK is brand new. And then next up will be Australia. That's next on the list. That'll be later this year. So going to be global with the free business, free to join, free websites. Got none of the gimmicks or the gotchas. And the tools, my gosh, we got the tools, the websites, the videos, the mobile app. Hold on 1 more second. Hey, stop it. I'm on a webinar. What you doing? That's enough out of you. He's barking at the painter. So
he needs a treat, Doug.
Hey, come here. Stop it. He's going to have to wait. And I love this. Every Wednesday's payday. This will be your favorite email of the week. Will be on Wednesday when it says you've been paid. To get plugged in, Michael Swilling's our top earner, and he moderates all these different social media platforms. So if you go to ctfo-updates.com, and don't sign up for all these, please. My gosh, we don't need that much social media in our life. Pick one or two places that you want to plug in and learn. Well, you can do all of them. I don't care if you want to. It's totally up to you, but I'd suggest one or two. And this is really the prize, everybody. This is why we're part of this company, is building residual income. Work one time. This is typically going to be a 3 to 5 year plan. It's going to be 1 to 2 years to build a foundation, learn the business. And that's like, it doesn't matter what kind of company or business you start. It takes work, effort, dedication, commitment. So it's going to be 1 to 2 years to build a foundation, get your learning curve, 3 to 5 years to build a good, solid team. The key is that we're right in front of the growth. So for you brand new people, your 3 to 5 year journey with us is right in momentum. Couldn't get any better than that. So you're going to be, and it can happen a lot faster. So there's people that go to full-time big money in their first year. And so if you're a rock star kind of person, it doesn't have to be 3 to 5 years, but for a lot of people, that's kind of what the plan looks like. But who cares? 5 years from now, when you got a big weekly check and you've got time freedom, financial freedom, you can travel the world, help people, and you can't find that anywhere. And we'll be one of those legacy companies where you build this. It's going to pay you for your lifetime. You grandfather it to your estate, and it's generational income. Your kids, your family are going to be thinking, wow, I'm so glad they built that. Keeps paying me. Okay, so we're going to jump now and to get into our new compensation enhancements. They rolled these out and showed us for the first time in Las Vegas. And so we want to help people make more money. We want people to make money faster. This you're going to find once you see it, it's going to be much easier. It's simplified. You can explain it to people. And now you can really lead with the products or business. The business part with our 35% infinity bonus is going to change network marketing. There's nothing like it. And and anybody can do it. And the whole plan is based off this: get one, buy one, sell three. Buy one pack, sell three, and you're in infinity money. And I'm going to show you what that looks like compared to our old plan. And it's crazy. We got more excitement, more people jumping in, coming back in, signing up, because they can really see the money. So for the first start, the 20% that you used to get paid on your front line is now going to 40% for the first 30 days. So anybody you bring in new, anything they do in their first 30 days, you're going to get paid 40%. So we wanted to give people an incentive to really make money quickly, get their people up and running, and then it goes to 10% for the rest of your life in your front line. So for the little guy, and then we're going to talk a lot about leaders now and leader type money and life-changing money. And if that's not you, you don't want to go big, or, these numbers seem crazy. We totally get it. We understand it. Don't worry. There's a place for everybody, but we're keeping the free business, the free websites. It's only $47.47 to qualify. So if you place an order, well, let's round that up to a $50 order. You're qualified to get paid on your downline, which is really, really low. And get this, you get all your first level commissions without an order. You don't have to do anything to get paid that 40%, which then converts to 10%. So still good for the little guy to get started, but things are going to get exciting here really quickly, like right now. So our matrix, okay, so the beginning is you start bringing people in, you get 40%. Our second way to get paid is in our matrix, which now is going to be 42% payout. It was 39, it went to 42, and we made it easier. So it's going to be a 2% payout on all 21 levels. It used to be 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. There were two big 6 and 7 levels paid 10%. And we just realized, looking at the genealogies, that it just didn't work like that. People got, people all over in their matrix. So now it's a lot easier. It's simpler. Plus your PSPs, because your profit sharing positions, which for us, everybody, is a copyrighted portion of our comp plan, they double your payout. So you can get double pay, triple pay, quadruple pay. So instead of 2%, you could get 4%. Instead of 4%, you can be getting 8%. So not only did the one go to two, but it doubles with your PSPs. So there's the new plan. It's 2%, 21 levels deep. Super easy to explain. Now to qualify, okay, to qualify for the matrix, there's only 3 positions now. We used to have what? Associate, first level, second level, senior manager. All that's been changed to 3 positions. So a manager is going to get paid the first 7 levels in their matrix. So they're going to get paid on 7 levels of downline in their matrix. And there's 4 ways to qualify there. So if you don't buy a builder pack, see where it says none here? If you don't buy a builder pack, you need to develop 5 active customers or associates on your front line. So find 5 people that are spending $50 a month that love our products and you get paid as a manager. However, if you buy a silver pack, you only need 3 active to become a manager. If you buy a gold pack, you only need 2 active to become a manager. And if you come in as a platinum, you only need 1 active person to get paid 7 levels. So you can see we're really focused on giving people an incentive to get a builder pack, get some inventory, you get the best discount, get yourself positioned to make money. It's a one-time investment. Senior manager is going to pay you 14 levels in the matrix. If you don't buy a builder pack, you can get there by building customers and associates. You need 7 on your front line. If you buy a silver, you only need 4. If you're a gold, you need 3. And if you're a platinum, you only need 2 active to hit 14 levels in the matrix now. And our executive manager gives you a full 21 level payout. In our old plan, you needed to be a 25K vice president to get those bottom levels. 25K. And for a lot of people, that was a pretty long climb. Now, if you come in, if you're a silver, you only need 5 active. If you go with a gold pack, you only need 4. And if you go platinum, you need 3 active people to unlock the entire matrix. And people are going to be doing that in their first month. There'll be some people do that in their first week. And so it's just so much simpler. There's only 3 levels and it's just all based off, you got four places to start. And it's going to be easy for people to see the advantage. We're going to be selling a lot of golds. We're going to be selling a lot of platinums for sure. Okay, the next up is our loyalty bonus. This replaces the rank bonus. There was a one-time payout. And check this out. When you become a 5K, you're going to get a 200-month bonus for life. The old 5K bonus was 500 one time, and then you were done. And then the next month, people are like, well, that sucks. You got $500 now. There's no, so you want $500 one time, or do you want 200 for the rest of your life? I love this part. This is one of my favorites because what this is going to do is create consistent income for our leaders. This is going to be income where people know they can pay their bills. They got money, whether their business is it's locked in. So then you can see it goes to 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 per month. And the funny part here, people, if you look at Social Security, that's work your entire life to get paid. What are you going to make on Social Security when you retire? $1,500? Is that probably pretty typical? Maybe a couple of grand. You become a 50K and you can do that in that, for a lot of people, their first year, for certainly, it's a 3 to 5 year plan to have the equivalent of working your entire life just in the monthly bonus plan. Okay, but where things get really, really exciting is our new Infinity 7. And I got to tell you, Kelly Foote brought this to the company. Kelly's written or helped develop over 350 compensation plans in network marketing. He is an expert. He knows how these pay out. And we started looking at how do we get more money to our leaders. We got a great plan for the average person. It's free to join, $47 to qualify, get paid on your first level. So we've had everything, which is really, different than the rest of the industry. But now we wanted to say, okay, builders, if you're a builder, part-time, full-time, or big time, it doesn't matter. If you're a builder, now you're going to make some big money with our Infinity 7. And let me show you how it works. If you buy 1 builder pack and sell 3, doesn't matter if they're silver, golds, or platinums, you're going to hit Infinity level 1. And what that qualifies you for is 5% Infinity on everybody that you bring in and build your team after those 3. So this 5% kicks in from here going forward. Before, to get 5%, you had to be a 25K or a 50K. You can buy 1, sell 3, and be in the Infinity bonus. And we're already grandfathered. So if you've already sold 3 builder packs, when this goes live May 31st, you're grandfathered for Infinity money. If you sell 4 more, so a total of 7, and you're going to fall in Infinity 2, then you get 10% on everything you build from that point forward. So there's tons of incentive to build width and then build depth, and you'll see why. If you sell 10, if you make it to 10, and that's the most you need to sell to max this out, if you sell 10 builder packs, you're going to hit 15% Infinity. That's like Infinity forever on everything you build from that point forward goes to 15%. To get that 15%, everybody, in our old plan, you would be a presidential director or an executive. You'd be bigger than Michael Swilling, okay? He's our top earner. He wasn't even hitting those kind of bonus monies. I'm already grandfather. I was looking at my report, my genealogy. I've sold 17 builder packs. So I'm coming in at level 3. And so everything after those 10 that I've sold, and it's already grandfathered, I get 15% on the rest of my downline sales to Infinity. Like May 31st, not a year or 2 or 3 when I hit presidential director. This money happens so much faster. And then Infinity 4, you help your 10 people sell 3. So you're helping your 10 get to Infinity 1, and then it opens up another 5%. And what's it all based off, everybody? Buy 1, sell 3. I mean, it can't get any easier of a message. And so I'm seeing people coming back that just couldn't get it before, didn't see it, that now get it. Hey, buy 1, sell 3, sell 4 more, sell 3 more, help my people. Help your 10 sell 4, you go to 25%, 30%. And if you help your 10 people sell 7, which is going to move them right here to Infinity 2. So get this concept. To get to Infinity 4, you're helping sell 3, which means you're helping 10 people get to Infinity 1, and then to get 35%. Guys, it's never happened. Nobody's ever paid 35% Infinity money that we're aware of in the industry. And here's the cool thing. If you just get your 3, sell 3, you're making 5%, you're in the money. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And here's what I know, 35% is gonna, with no breakage, this is full pay, is going to shock the network marketing industry. So right now, what I'm gonna suggest is a 90-day blitz. That's what I'm on. I'm going after leaders and builders and hitters, whether they're part-time, full-time, or big time. I'm just going to focus because I know there's a lot of people looking for a home. And when they see, I can show a new person how to get into 5 or 10, 15% Infinity money in their first 90 days. That's crazy. It's just really cool. So a few things with these new changes coming. One of the simplest ways, if you haven't bought a builder pack, you're going to want to get one. If you're not platinum, you want to just get yourself up. You can upgrade to a platinum and max everything out. And then get back to your team. I'm going back, we got a lot of us have been building and got a lot of people sitting on the sidelines. And so get back there, but really I'm going to go out and get a bunch of new blood. There's just a lot of new people that they're going to see this, or going to get excited. And then there's a new video and a new PDF that'll explain all of this. You do a little typo here. There's a new video coming in a PDF. It's going to be super simple. There's going to be a second video that I'm having Stuart Finger do. I wrote the outline for him just for leaders and hitters, whether they're part-time, full-time, big time. And so you're going to be able to go down and say, hey, we're introducing the first ever 35% Infinity money. It's easy to access. Are you open to look at anything? And Stuart's going to have a short video, and it's just going to blast them right between the eyes with 35% money. Okay, so this goes into effect on May 31st. That'll be a week from Monday. This will be live, but you're grandfathered on everything you've done and everything you do up until May 31st. So don't wait. You don't have to wait. Anything you put in right now grandfathers you and you are in the money. Okay, so with that, everybody, I'm really glad I recorded it this time. So we have something to share with people. But I know Kelly is chomping at the bit to say hello, so I got to let him go first because he wrote the plan. He knows how good this is, and he knows what's going to happen. So, Kelly, tell us what's going on in your mind and in what's going on, my friend.
Well, Doug, I tell you, it's interesting because again, when you approached me about a little over 7 months ago, I guess I truly wasn't interested. I wasn't approachable to join a network marketing company. I was enjoying my life of just consulting and helping companies open Europe. But, you know, as I got to know and work with Stuart and Steve and John in the corporate office and some other people, I mean, these people literally care. And I say to a fault, I mean, they really care more about your success and everybody else's success than they worry about themselves by far. And they truly look at this as a long-term play to where 30 to 50 years from now, much like some of the other legacy companies, we'll all be making money. And that's the reason I'm here, because I know a lot of you were in Vegas, you met my family, but I have a young daughter and son, and you do everything for your family, right? And I'm just blessed to have such a great family. But when they talked to me, I guess it's been about 2.5 months ago, and they said, Kelly, this we're doing great. We're all making money, but you know, somewhere in here we have a lot of people who are, you know, the average and little guys making great money, but somewhere we're missing the big what we call network marketing money, the money where people are making 100K plus a month. And how do we get people to that level? What do we need to do? Well, the conversation was interesting because there was 4 or 5 other leaders in the company on there, and we're all talking, and everything was being talked about was really how do we put more money into the little guy's pocket. And then it finally came around and I said, well, this is great, but how do we really, really step this thing up to where people are making that true dream income that people talk about, kind of income that literally makes some professional athletes even jealous, right? And so when we talked about it, we started looking, and I immediately said, well, Stuart, we have the answer. We don't have to look any further. I know what to do, and you know what to do if we thought about it. Because historically, if you look at history, history repeats itself over and over again, in spite of what some people try to say today. History repeats itself. I said, historically, what is the only company that we know of in this entire industry, and I'm a historian of the industry, that has paid multiple people 7 figures a month? Not one person or not somebody selling tapes, but from the downline and the structure itself, what company has paid 3 people $1 million a year and did so for a few years? And for me, it was a company that I made $3.8 million in a little less than 3 years in. And Stuart said, well, you're talking about a plan like we had in Excel. I said, absolutely. So he and I started really working privately together and putting all this together, and we really came up with some pretty amazing stuff. And I mean, that goes all the way from changing the matrix to 2% to adding the what I call the loyalty bonus, because again, that's about being loyal to the company and doing the things that you need to do to promote the business. But I'm telling you, Doug, back in October when you first showed this to me, October 1st, I spent 2 weeks looking at everything. And when I started looking at the comp plan, the old comp plan, I spent 3 sleepless nights going through and realizing that in my career in the field, I'd made over $8 million. But had I had this old plan, I would have made double, triple, quadruple what I made on the 3 companies I had built with. And yet when I look here, and now that we've added this, I mean, literally, it literally would more than triple what I made in my 3.8 million in 3 years, having the same plan, because our plan now has 7 codes of Infinity teams, not 4. And the fact we're paying 35%, not only on a one-time product like Excel was, but we're paying it every month on every product that people buy. I'm telling you, we're going to have more 7-figure a month earners than this industry's ever seen. We're going to create more millionaires. Mark this down. In 5 years, 10 years tops, we will have more millionaires created with Ctfo than any other company in this industry. And if that doesn't get you excited, well, maybe, maybe doing something else is what you need to be doing. But even if you don't have the aspiration to be a millionaire or multimillionaire, that's fine. Just the residual effect of you following that path is going to create more wealth for more people. And I'm talking, if you're happy with 50 to 100K extra a year, great. If you're happy with 25K extra a year, fine. But that's going to residually happen because leaders are going to come to this and drive this thing to $1 billion. And if you're part of it, you just can't help but follow that trajectory up. And Doug, I'm telling you, I'm on a mission. I'm thinking of a way for the next month and a half, 2 months before we go to Europe, where I can spend every day in the field at people's homes, face to face, building this business. In fact, the next regional looks like it's going to be in Chicago. I plan to spend at least half of the next 3 months in Chicago working a team there to build a team of 500 to 1,000 live people who will show up at the meetings. So, Doug, I can't wait, man. I'm on fire.
Kelly, thank you. Thank you for joining Ctfo, and thank you for bringing all your experience. And guys, we're lucky because Kelly's a team player, but he's our team, man. This is our team. And whether you're directly under Kelly or somewhere else in my group, we're all in, guys.
Yeah. Doug, on that note, I'm going to be taking over and doing the Wednesday meetings for you after the first, and I'll be doing those every Wednesday. And everybody's, please make sure you show up and bring guests.
Absolutely. So that's great. So, all right, everybody. Anybody else? You'll have to unmute yourself. You want to say hi? You got a question? You got a comment? Let's hear from you.
Doug, it's Jack. I got to make some comments here, get some stuff off my chest if it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the event there in Las Vegas, I got to tell you, it was what I expected and more. Stookie and Rob and I talked about this. We knew it was coming because there's no hype, there's no balloons and no confetti, just that the event was based on fact. And it was, like I say, it was more than what I expected. And I got to actually finally meet Stookie and Rob McNulty in person. After all these conversations we've had over the years, over the phone and on Zooms, that was pretty monumental for me too. Stookie's presentation, I got to tell you, I assume it was recorded. I hope it was recorded, but his presentation and his training was awesome. It was priceless there. And then got to meet Kelly Foote, spent a lot of time on the phone with him and met him and his wife and his kids, the whole clan. They were there in Las Vegas. And we spent a lot of time after the event going over the compensation plan, late night, early morning. And I got to tell you, everybody needs to thank this guy for adding those components to the comp plan. We're lucky to have this guy with us. I missed Excel communication. I knew what they did in there, but nobody ever explained it to me the right way. And it was in one ear and out the other. And a few years later, after the dust had settled in that company, I was like, damn, I wish I got involved in that company. I missed it. But Doug, I got to meet Doug in person. We've spent a lot of time on Zooms and on the phone, but trying to size everybody up here in person. He's much more than the guy that runs these webinars or orchestrated a great event in Las Vegas. This guy's a leader. It's only like his second or third company that he's been involved with. He's got a knack for understanding leadership and where to go with the right company. So he got out of networking for a while, and then 3 years ago, met the Finger Brothers, and the rest is history. And Michael Kahn and the team. I met. I'm trying to think who. I don't want to leave anybody out here. Kevin Fournier, the new president. This guy's the real deal. There's nobody better to take over as president of Ctfo. Phenomenal guy, very caring guy, fits the mold with what we're about. Leah Gregory, anybody that doesn't know her, she's a director of communications and compliance. She's actually the girl in the exfoliator video. That's actually Leah. Anybody that knows me, I'm very protective of this company to make sure that we're here for the long term. So I started asking her some questions. This girl's really sharp. So we're glad that we have her on there. David DiArcangelo, what's this guy doing with this company? I researched him, and I'm like, this guy is can go do anything with any other company. Why is he here? You've got to ask yourself that. And ironically, he's from my hometown in Lynn, Massachusetts, which hits home. Dr. Trobiani, met him. We're lucky to have him on board. Phenomenal background. Tyra Paler. She's much more than just a hair salon owner. We're lucky to have her expertise, and she's going to be able to help the field out there. And then I'm trying to think what else. Friday night, the dinner. I got to sit with Stookie and a girl on his team, Irene, and then I got to meet Sandra Carpenter, who's on my team. We actually met in person. That was phenomenal. And then there's two other guys that sat at the table. They pulled up, sat down. One guy's name is Steve Finger, and the other guy's name is Stuart Finger. So I won't get into that, but that was phenomenal. I spent a lot of time on the phone with these guys already, on Zooms. Then when I met them in person, it was just something about it. It was that was priceless. These guys bleed integrity, honesty, and the entire event was priceless. It'll be ingrained in my head, my body for the rest of my life because it was real. And that's it. I see there was another guy there, Michael Stife. I met him in person. We didn't really get to spend much time. We're not even on the same team. And then Sherry, that was sponsored by Stookie. I mean, just awesome. The culture in this company, it attracts, family type people, So I'll end there. I don't let other people talk. I could keep going on and on. If I left anybody out, I'm sorry, but phenomenal event. I'm looking forward to the future.
Thank you, Jack. It was a special thing, and everybody, it's rare in life that all the pieces are in the right place at the right time. So if you're brand new with us, all you've missed in the last 5 years are all the speed bumps getting it built. But we're really in a great position now. I'm going hard for 90 days. I'm on a 90-day blitz. That'll lead us into Chicago. That'll be the next regional event. And so get some people in Chicago. We're going to be expecting several hundred people and something major. So, all right. Anybody else want to say hi?
Hey, real quick, I want to add a couple quick other things. Got a little feedback here. When you're out talking about this to people, you're going to have a lot of people look at you like, "There's no way you guys can pay this." You're going to say, "Well, there's no way. Why are you guys doing this unique incentive plan when nobody else does it?" You're going to get these kind of questions. And let me tell you why nobody else does this. And this was a question among the leaders when we were discussing this opportunity to change over to this. And the reason why nobody else does it, because of the 350 companies that have hired me to write a comp plan for them, they all tell me, "Kelly, how can we show 60 or 70% and pay 20? Because they really truly don't want to pay you. They want to keep, 60%, 50% for the company and then, obviously pay you 20% or less. Some of the biggest companies in this industry pay less than 20%. I can name the names. You all know them, the Herbalifes, the Amways and stuff, that pay anywhere between 17 and 20% max of the total money they take in. That's why they quickly become billion-dollar companies, because they make all the money while the field makes nothing. Well, this approach is totally different here. We will have a unique plan because we're willing to pay out that 55% that nobody else will pay out. And so because of that fact, we're not going to break the bank. No one's going to go broke. The company's perfectly safe. The company's really operating on the same margins it was before, but it's how we pay it. And the neat thing about this is they truly want to pay 50 or 55%, not 20. And so it's so refreshing to work with ownership that truly cares about you in the field, making sure we all share the wealth for everybody who works. It's not sit back and collect a check. It's go out and go to work. If you go to work, the pay is unbelievable, and you'll find nothing like it anywhere in this industry or any other industry where you can get paid the amount of money you can get paid here. Do you realize if you make it over to the 7th Infinity team and you're getting a 35%, and you enroll somebody new, you make 40% on their initial purchases, plus you're making 35% of whatever they bought as well? Do you realize how much money you're making? I mean, when you add it up, it can kind of blow your mind what kind of money someone could possibly make. But I'm telling you, when you're going to run into these people out there going, "Well, you can't pay this, you can't do that." If you get those kind of questions and stuff, just let them know that they need to get on a call. You know, I mean, I can't make calls obviously for everybody, but if there's someone special and a big leader that you're having a specific issue with this, let me know. I'd love to talk to him and talk some real common core sense with him and let him know that it can be done, it will be done. And the benefit reason we're doing that is because, as you guys know, all the owners make their money just like we do. They're out here getting paid just like you are on the efforts of everybody else. So, you know, be thankful you're here. Be thankful you're not one of those companies that paying you 15 to 20% because, you know, that's a hard road to hoe to really try to make some money seriously long term. Doug, I just want
Yep.
everybody to know that just so they
Yep.
have a little ammo in your belt in case you run
Yep.
into
Right
people who
on.
say this.
For sure. Thank you. Thank you. And guys, the videos are coming out. There'll be 2 videos, one for everybody and one for the leaders, the hitters, to explain this. I just had one question I saw come up. There is a new product coming. I don't know exactly when it's going to be coming, but it's special. It's different. It hits a huge major problem in the US that nobody's able to really address on a nutritional level. And it's ours. And it's so just hang tight. We really don't need another product. We got so many great products, but we got another special one coming, and it's just going to open up one more big door for us. So, all right, everybody, I will got this recorded, so I will get this up to a YouTube and out to you, so you can pass out the rest of your people.
You have a second for another question, Doug?
Yes, for you, Dee, of course I do.
Thank you so much. I have a question for you and Kelly. So whichever one can answer it the best. When you first approached Kelly, you were approaching him, I presume, to become part of the association, part of your associates group,
Yep.
and not necessarily to address the comp plan. So if that was the case, Kelly, what did he say to you that attracted you to listen even further? Or did you really go after him to help with the comp plan, Doug?
No, it wasn't about the comp plan. When Doug first approached me, it was about a little over 2.5, about 2 years ago, right, Doug? Maybe 2.5 years ago.
2 years
And he
ago.
first approached me. I had 2 questions. I said, "How old are you?" And he said, "Well, we're about 3.5 years old." And I said, "Oh, okay." I was pretty short with that. And I said, "Are you doing anything in Europe?" And he said, "Well, not yet." And I said, "Well, great. When you are, let me know." I hate to say it, but I was kind of direct to the point because I wasn't really, like I said, recruitable. And to be honest, when Doug approached me, my thought was, "Hey, can I help these guys open Europe?" You know, I wasn't looking at the comp plan, wasn't looking at the products. More or less, can I help them as a consultant, which is what I do? How can I help them open Europe and get, you know, the products approved, the CE codes, get warehouse distribution, things like that set up in Europe. But then as I started looking at the products, understanding the quality of the products, and the fact that there are 4 or 5 products by themselves that could be $1 billion brand by themselves. But then more importantly, when I started talking with Steve and Stuart and realized that I knew these guys from Excel days, I knew that they had actually been a client of Sheffield and Babner back in probably 1999 when I was working with them. They weren't my client, but they were part of our firm client. And so I had a relationship going all the way back to them. And then they had attended, I don't know, for those of you who went to dinner Friday night at Larry's Prime Rib, right across the street is where we held 3 events a year for prospective new companies. We'd have about 80 to 100 prospective new owners show up 3 times a year to do a presentation for 3 days on how to start a business, home-based business or network marketing company. Well, anyway, but they had attended one of those as well back in 2000. So I had met them and knew who they were. And so that really built my credibility. And then when I found out that they were 5 years old, and you know, I wouldn't even look at anything. I mean, you could bring me a pot of gold and tell me I could have it, but I had to join a network marketing company that was less than 5 years old, and I had to put that money back into it. I'd say thank you, keep the gold, because it's not worth it to me to ruin my credibility, or you know, or do something I know won't make it. So anyway, all those are factors. But then as I started looking at the comp plan, what we had, that was a kind of deciding factor. And I woke up my wife at 7 in the morning and said, "Hey, we're back. We're going to start building. We're going to build we're going to build a team this time that I know my kids and you will all be paid for long after I'm gone." So.
Yeah. So the tip there, everybody. Yep. The tip there is your prospecting and marketing is build a database. build a database of people you connect with, and especially people that look like they're, a builder, a part-time, a full-time, or a big time. I've got a whole list of people that as soon as the new hitter video's out, I've got a big list of people that I've built over the last 3 years. So you gotta take the time to build your database. And I wish I would have started earlier, because for the first year I just went crazy, and then let a lot of people that I never got onto a spreadsheet. So for Kelly, it was 2 years. It was just the right timing. And now I think with what we're bringing to the table, going to our 6th year, 35% infinity bonus, great products, global. There's just a bunch of builders in our industry that are looking for a home, or they're not happy. And it's a great opportunity. And it's going to be the fastest way to climb this mountain for all of you is find builders that know how to build, and we'll help you. All you got to do is get them on first base. Get them on first base, and then we'll jump in, help get them all the way around second, third, and get them home for you. So just get them on first base and let us know. And like I said, we want everybody. And there's a lot of people that do this for the products. They do this to make a few bucks, and there's thousands of those people in this company, and we want every single one of them, and they're all important. But right now, there's a special window to go big and to really, really see your business grow. So 90
Hey,
days.
Doug?
Yeah.
Hey, man. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Hi, Steve. I sure can.
Well, I just wanted to give you updates. Well, I love Vegas. Vegas was awesome. It was awesome to meet people for the first time that I've known for years. Like Charles Bell is one. I've known him for 8 years. He's a big leader with another company, but his options are open, and he is excited about this, and he's in the process of moving his team over. And he's excited. But there's Jesus is still out in Vegas, and he's building out there. He's had me on calls, and he's starting to go to work out there, and he's going to be coming back. And I told him to stop in Dallas on his way back to meet with Kelly. He's like, if I do that, I'll be in Dallas for a month. So, yeah, so Kelly, he'll probably come out to visit you on his way back to Chicago, but he's very excited. And there's a lot of people excited. It was an awesome event, and the events are key. They are key. When you get to events, you just want to build from event to event and go after the most successful people, because one leader can bring you to thousands of people. You can go after the smaller people below your level, but that's just going to take you longer to success. So the quickest way to success is talk to people you're scared to talk to. That's the quickest way, and there's tons of people out there, and I remember approaching this one guy. I was so scared to approach him. He makes like $800,000 a month, and he said, "You don't have to be scared to approach me. How do we put on pants, Steve? One leg at a time." I said, "Yeah." And he's so cool to me. So there's a lot of people out there. You just gotta be good at getting them to check out information and getting them on a call. But it was awesome to meet Stu Finger and Steve Finger. And I got to spend quality time with those guys. At dinner, and then also different times. And I've been texting back and forth with both of them. Stu Finger did a great Zoom with me earlier this week with a huge leader out of Canada that couldn't make the conference, but this guy's coming on board with us. There's just they're amazing guys, and I got to meet Dr. Troviani. I got to meet him in person. He's doing a Zoom for a couple of people on my team. One lady that didn't make the conference, but she's a doctor. She has a business in Arizona, and she couldn't make the conference, but she just came in as platinum yesterday. And the cool thing is I sampled her. I didn't even know who she was. We became friends on Facebook. I asked her if she wanted the samples. She's like, "Well, can you send me a website? I want to look at the ingredients of the products." I said, "Absolutely." And so she checked it out. She's like, "I'd love to check out the products. They look like amazing products." So I sampled her, and she started giving the products to her customers and stuff. And her customers love the products. And then she ordered like a big package, a big platinum package. And yesterday we did a call with her and Doug, and she's very excited, and she lives in the same town that Kevin Fournier lives in. So it was good to meet with Kevin Fournier and all the people there. It was awesome. And, Sherry Chenault, I've seen her many times, but she made it out there, and it was great to see her again. I just can't think of everybody. Jack Welch, and Irene. I met Irene on Facebook, and she's very excited. And So there's just a lot of people, and you know, you don't have to buy leads. There's nothing wrong with buying leads. There's nothing wrong with the blog. There's nothing wrong with the YouTube channel, but you don't have to buy leads. If you can build relationships and build relationships and build relationships, that's what you got to do. Just because you buy leads, you don't go to the people and say, hey, I bought you. Now you got to join Ctfo. They're going to like, what? What do you mean you bought me? You know, that ain't how it works. You got to build relationships with people. So save your money. Don't buy leads. Build relationships all over Facebook. You can buy leads, but you know, it's however you want to do it. So that I don't buy leads, but you know, imagine if you sponsor someone that loves the leads, loves the funnels, loves blogging, loves YouTube channels, loves all that stuff. You don't have to do it, but if you find someone like that, that's a bonus. But just if you can build relationships, get people to do you a favor, get them on call, that's the best. That's the best way, and go after the most successful people. But enough of me. Back to you guys. I'm excited to be here, and I look forward to. Well, hey, if Jesus is in Dallas for a whole month, the event might turn to Dallas. Who knows? But back to you guys.
Steve, thank you, man. We love your energy, and it's really that easy, guys. I love LinkedIn and Facebook. That's going to be my focus for the next 90 days. Is I know there's leaders all over those two platforms, so you connect with them and build a little rapport. Maybe see if they want to try a free sample. Work it from there, get them information, get them on a 3-way call. That should be your go-to. That should be go-to time right now. And build a database. Everybody, if they say no, not now, then get your database built, because they might say yes 6 months from now, just like Jack Welch. Okay, so the Wednesday calls, we'll get that teed up. We'll do one more. Let's see. Let's flip over to next week. We'll do another Wednesday. And then after that, we'll announce Kelly's going to take over and host them. There'll be a new link, and we'll set that up starting in June. So stay tuned on that one. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll get a link out. Great Zoom. Have a great weekend, everyone. Great job, everyone. Great stuff.